What were you doing when you were 22?
That's a good question. I think I was actually
fapping, weren't you?
I was at university. I think. Yeah.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. I was actually playing video games at university.
I don't know what I was doing.
Not much studying.
It's time for Overpass. Overpass is going to be the next map between these two sides. Are we expecting Optic to mount a comeback on this map?
It's definitely a map which I think is very suited for them. They've got a lot of players that can play the AWP very well. You've got Tarik, you've got mixwell. It's a great map for their skill sets. You know, Rush, NAF, very dynamic players. Stanislaw as well with rifles. You have a lot to work with there. Obviously, we saw that as well at the E-League finals. We've seen that generally when we see them playing on Overpass. So I think it's a great map for Optic. The real question is, is mixwell on right now? Can he change his can he make the change to stop performing well in this second map? Because if it's just Tarik again, I think it's going to be a similar result. Because Cloud9, they're a team that's also very well suited to this map. I'd say personally, I think Optic are a bit of a favorite for me, just because of the mixwell Tarik combo. But if one part of that combo is missing, I don't see it going well for them.
One thing it's worth noting with Orpers and their performance on different map is the ranges they're most comfortable at. I think if you put the long area aside, there's lots of kind of medium to closer ranges on Overpass, around the toilets, for example, where there may be more comfort had. There were some of the shots, I want to say from A to short on Dust 2, where mixwell missed the odd shot here and there. Doesn't normally miss many, I would say, but I think the ranges, if he's not playing the long area, then the ranges he might find here may be more favourable. But I think we might see more of Tarik on the AWP as well. So we'll see. I mean, even on Cloud9, sometimes we see one AWP on Cloud9 and it's Stewie who's rocking it rather than Skadoodle.
Yes.
So
and that's a really important facet, because Stewie can play very well aggressively. That's something that you need on this map, and that's one thing which can be a problem with Skadoodle, as we've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. So either one. Just going back to Optic for a second. Like, we could see Tarik maybe on the CT side, for example, primarily using the AWP. If he wants to move around toilets himself and is comfortable doing that, then we may see mixwell on the rifle more than we have seen on the previous map. So that's something to look out for. But of course, with Cloud9, the same is definitely apparent. Especially if, for example, Stewie if he's on a CT side and gets a good spawn to go into connector, then he might go for one of those pre-fire shots on the corner of the wall after going down the stairs. So there's lots to be had here with AWPs and rifles. I'm very curious to see how the teams will play the short B area as well on the T side. It seems to vary from team to team. Some teams will have early lurkers on the T side towards short B, whereas other teams will hold it very passively indeed. And again, I mean, both these teams may be capable of going for monster pushes on their CT side. I'd say more Optic, I feel like. But again, there's potential for work to be done.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing that I'm curious about as well is the general approach on that T side. We saw a lot of kind of explosion, kind of contact-based plays out of Cloud9 on Dust 2, and it did seem to work out quite well for them, because they were able to trade very effectively and be able to bring themselves into a spot where they would force rotations, and then they played off of their opponent's rotations quite well. And that seemed to be a style they were favoring against Optic most of the time. And this map, you have so much in the way of set pieces you can do. We saw Dignitas for a team that have an amazing, it's the classic actually, wall of smokes, set piece where you kind of cut the site in half, you plant in front of the site and then you fall back to toilets. And their game plan around like that is setting up that position basically and running the round in that position. And that's what the entire round is about, getting to that spot. I don't know if Cloud9 are really a team that go for that kind of stuff, but I think that's a good style against a team like Optic, who are going to be, when they're on the big buys, heavier on the AWPs.
Cloud9 won the knife, and they've opted to begin on the CT side, so one would expect the game to get underway pretty quickly. Actually, Stewie's got a super forward spawn as well, so this is a good map on a pistol round for the CTs to charge forward and get those ranges around the bench, around that party area, as the Ts come up the stairs towards that fountain position. So I would expect that to happen, or maybe even a stack into connector. You often see those as well. So I would expect to see one or the other.
Yeah, I love the connector play, because it gives you a really fast it gives you the ability to rotate very quickly and to flank very quickly if it's a fast B play. Because that's the problem if you're stuck on A. Rotation time's really long. And the Ts get ages to set up. But if you can take the sewers really quickly as the CTs, when there's a B push, then you're going to be able to very effectively retake. And likewise, if they're rushing A, then if you're that close off that forward spawn that you talked about with Stewie, then you get all the info because you hear them running. And so I just love that possibility. But we're going to see things play out now. Map 2 between Cloud9 and Optic on Overpass. CT side for Cloud9. Let's see who's going to get off to a good start. Quick sewers rush here from Optic.
What will he do with it though? Stewie did go for that forward play towards the stairs, but he sees no one there whatsoever. And now the T's come charging into the bomb site. Can they get the bomb down though? They're getting picked off like flies. Rush alone versus 4 players. That is the quickest pistol round I think I've ever seen on Overpass. Quick in, quick out, off the end of the cliff. It's okay, they won the pistol round. Off to a great start indeed.
Production trolling it, it's great.
2 FAMASs, 2 UMPs for the CT side. Optic, what is the buy? It is the force buy. Again, 1 smoke, 2 flashes on your Optic side, so I mean their approach can be trying to get the bomb down, although with this investment, it seems the focus will be on damage to the CT economy. If you can break the counter-terrors early on a map such as Overpass, it can be quite difficult for them to right the ship, so to speak.
And there's a good position here for Optic. They've got themselves towards the sewers area. If they want to go into B, then there's a big possibility, of course, from this position. Maybe NAF can be the one with Deagle to get that opening pick, use that one-shot potential at range. Doesn't find anything yet, though, so you can see Optic changing their mind that the bomb is really far away from basically everyone right now, so they've got to be careful about that. But they do have some forward positions here. They're just scouring the map at the moment, just looking to see where the openings are, and they've got so much forward positioning towards A. Maybe that's going to be the call here, because finally NAF going around to collect the bomb, and they can make their move. Ooh, speaking of making moves, Stewie's going to find a move of his own. It involves 3 kills with a FAMAS.
Stewie has all the moves. Skadoodle taking some of the shine away, and NAF is left. There's potential for NAF to do some damage though with this Deagle. Stewie's a 1 shot away, Shroud and nothing, just 2 digs to the chest, and they're going to be done as well. NAF needs to get head on though. There it is. No damage whatsoever on the Cloud9 side. To the Cloud9 side, rather. So that force buy was literally a complete failure from Optic.
Yeah, I just couldn't find their openings. And a lot of it was that Cloud9, they played it really well. They kept their opponents at arm's length. They kept them in a position where they kind of were keeping tabs on information, but always playing at those big ranges, always able to help each other, use their utility advantage. I love how Cloud9 played that one, and Optic kind of came up without an answer, and that's going to happen sometimes. And now it gets a little bit worse, because now this round, all they have is, besides Glocks, is the P250, and there's no flashbangs at all. This is going to be very, very tough to do anything.
We saw what Dupree could do with a P250, but I don't expect similar on this occasion. Stewie getting his bell rung, but again, pretty much everyone's dead there. Everyone's dead, apart from Tarik. He's surely going to die at some point. And there it is. A formality round, and now the big buys will begin. What will the CTs do though? Will they upgrade these UMPs, or will they roll with them? They've got more than enough money for a full buy in the following round, and they would have the opportunity to reset Optic should they win here.
Yeah, I mean, playing aggressively with the UMPs is awesome. The UMP, why I think a lot of people say it's overpowered, is because it performs really well at the close and almost medium ranges as well. You get a big drop-off at the longer ranges, but if you just play within the close and medium ranges, it's not half bad. And they are going to replace a couple guns. We see the AWP coming out, a couple UMPs retained. And is there aggression? Yes, we've got the connector play coming in. Mixwell's going to be smoked off though, so that's awesome here from Cloud9. They're going to basically just say, we have this position, you have to use grenades to force us away.
One of the more difficult things to tease as well with that smoke is, if you want to have a lurker going into short B as the T side, then you need a guy in connector to be able to hold an angle on the door so your short B lurker doesn't get pinched between B and connector. But if that smoke's down, then it also stops the T's from being able to safely move into this position. So it has not 1 but 2 effects. Minute 10 and Optic just starting to emerge, starting to take some map control. NAF will take control of the connector area with mixwell rotating elsewhere. Not much information towards long, and short B aside, Cloud9 are moving into passive positions.
I really feel like that one play with a smoke grenade and 2 players in connector early, as you described, all those effects. I mean, we can still see Optic. They were so afraid of connector. They never took sewers as well because they're afraid of sewers. The only place they can go is A. That's where Cloud9 have 3 players playing passively. They've got the Orb set up there as well on to Skadoodle playing defensively, which definitely suits him a little bit better. And so Cloud9, they've set this up quite well, actually. They should realize what's coming. They're going to start hearing the movement. Quick pop flash for Stewie to get the info. Oh, mixwell still gets it, though he's blind. Now Skadoodle's in a lot of trouble with all the smokes around.
Yeah, he has forced to back off. Can't play those close quarters. Automatic, is he waiting for a bomb plant or waiting for loads of footsteps? Either way, it's time for the Rambo charge. He's coming in. Tarik's there. Down goes Tarik, but he's going to get finished in the corner. Nothing going to get traded as well. 2 versus 3. Advantage. T's not for long, though. Orb coming in once more. His close range is working for Skadoodle, but there he goes. Rush taking him down. Shroud with 2 to find. Spots Rush, but it's not enough. Lovely headshot from Rush there. 2 kills for him. And Optic get their way onto the scoreboard early.
And that's really cool as well from Optic because it shows that they've got that a set piece that they can run. The wall of smokes, they can get the forward plant. It forces the CTs to have to respond by pushing the smokes. And because otherwise, if you just wait the smokes out, if you wait them out, the Ts get post-plant positions in toilets and so on. They have a really strong setup, and you're very exposed if you try to go for the bomb. So you have to take action there, and it's around that you need to have a team be able to execute well. Optic showed that they can do that. So that's going to force Cloud9 to play a bit more aggressively. They don't allow Optic to just run that round for free.
3 players in long for Cloud9. This is quite the strategy coming out from them, and surely they will have itchy feet. They can't be biding their time there. And it's really hard to flash all these players towards the long area. Skadoodle going for very deep peaks. That is a warning. They know there's going to be support for the rifler there. There's potentially an option for Optic to go for a fast play elsewhere. There's got to be a hold, but Stewie, look at his position. How did he get there?
Yeah, this is awesome aggression from Cloud9. They're just getting all the advantages. Have to be careful they don't give them up, though, in the trade attempts. Tarik is trying desperately to trade. Trying to find those 1 versus 1. Still in the open. He knows he has to do something big. He commits. Can't get it done, though. Stewie is too good. And now Mixwell steps up to the plate, picks up the bomb, and sees if he can have an impact here. 2 versus 4, though. That's not a good start. Stewie gets the bomb down once again. Just NAF with an eagle, tagged as well, and finished off. What an aggression from Cloud9.
4 kills for Stewie2K, and I have to emphasize how important his position there. 3 players on long for Cloud9. If Skadoodle is going for peaks that deep, you know that there's more than 1 person there at the very least. So Stewie's position, the fact that he stays alive there, keeps everything intact and legit for the Cloud9 side. The structure is strong indeed. When's Marvel? Maybe next year, my friend. Optic resets immediately. The force buy coming out. The Tech 9s. Again, they've got more grenades than the previous force buy, but what can they do with them? That is the question.
They're going for the sewers play into B perhaps right now are Optic, but there's a lot of players that can respond to this for Cloud9. You got nothing there. A couple teammates. They're all playing very passively. They're kind of playing retake, actually. Ooh, nice from nothing there. Picks up the kill onto Rush. Good nice. Nade as well. This is a great start for Cloud9's defense, and they know what's up. This is going to be impossible, I think, for Optic to make this work.
Oh, they're on the site, but can they get the bomb down? Shroud almost picking off his teammate there. Automatic still alive for now. Around the smoke, emerging, and the plant may not happen, but it's mixwell versus 2. And he will get shot with the USP through an object. I think the cameraman might be in love. Hasn't really moved much in the last 10 minutes. $2,000 to $3,000 for the Optic team, so another opportunity for Cloud9 to get another good start. Again, they went 5-0 up on the previous map, and now they're at 5-1, looking for 6, and it looks likely.
So Optic, you know, I said earlier, I felt like skill set wise, I kind of favor them. Cloud9 definitely looking really sharp today, which is very nice to see. Oh, the pop flash is in. It's good. Stewie gets himself 2 there. The trade does come in, however, but damage was done, information was found, and all they get for it was an M4. Don't think that's really good enough.
That looks like Stewie ran out of mousepad towards the end there. Couldn't get his crosser up to the right-hand side. Again, there's minimal investment for Optic in this round. Any damage is a bonus. Bomb plant would be huge for them. And the A bomb site is almost abandoned. We've got 1 player creeping around, but with these grenades on the site, is there opportunity for the bomb plant? Automatic was holding that, but he didn't move away. And he's players with no armor will have little defense. Can NAF get the bomb down? Yes, he can. So that's a lovely bonus for the Optic side. Bomb planted when they had almost nothing invested.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. I didn't expect that to go that way for them, and it does allow them to have the ability to get as many AWPs as they want now, all the grenades as well, which is, of course, a must when you're playing Overpass on the T side. You've got to be able to flash off all the angles. There's so many angles and setups the CTs can take in the forward. When you're dealing with aggressive play from the CTs, you never know how far they fall back, so you have to flash all the angles to try to make everything safe. That's why aggression on the CT side is so important to be good at when you're playing the CT side. And Cloud9 so far, they've been doing a pretty good job of it. We've got Stewie there, again, running forward. Here's any footsteps early into the round, but not too much traffic just yet. A slower round from Optic. And Cloud9 playing very passively to begin things with.
Skadoodle is playing the long position on his lonesome. Just doing some hopping at the moment. Looking for the early info of the T's merging. Not holding the widest angle possible. Lovely flashbangs coming in. It's been flashing for quite a while despite the distance there. And now he needs to back off immediately. Going for the second peek, but look at the advance of the T's. He's surely going to go down here. I think he's outstayed his welcome. Stewie going down as well. Big opportunities for Optic.
autimatic stuck alone on the bomb site. Doesn't have hell coming his way, not anytime soon. He's got to be able to survive alone. But that said, Optic are going to go for some smoke system. They might try to plant in front of the site. Maybe autimatic can stay alive here. Picks up one. That's a free 1 versus 1. He's loving that all day, as now he's able to get his team into this bomb site. Another kill from... Oh, what? Autimatic spray transfer was great, but it just was not enough. It was a good chance. But Optic, they finally get themselves in with another round.
Yeah, I think Skadoodle hung around too long in that long position. It's really hard to pick off those T's around the boulder as an AWPer. It's more difficult than it looks, but once you've missed that shot, you have to wonder if it's time to run for the hills. And as you saw, trying to pick off one player, two advancing on a position, the flashbangs come in. Stewie moves in for support, he goes down as well, and that's the defense crushed for Cloud9. So Optic again with opportunity to get back into a competitive scoreline. They're 4 rounds down at the moment. Again, Cloud9 going to his forward positions around the long area. Out comes Rush. Will Stanislaw try to trade? He will, but he won't be able to. There goes Tarik as well. No kills for Optic. 1 round won, 1 round crushed.
Yeah, that was perfect. That could not have gone better. Mixwell, though, he's in a great position, but he has to be able to ace from this spot. He needs to get 3 kills, then get the bomb. Oh man, what can you do from this? Can't even get their frag out of it, which is not too surprising. 7-2 Cloud9. They had no money. They've been worn down until they lost that last round, but straight back in it again. And I don't think, nobody died. That's amazing for Cloud9. If you're a Cloud9 fan right now, you should be elated. They're doing such a good job, and Optic are in real trouble.
Yeah, you can see after those 2 kills, Tarik tried to make the best of a bad situation, but it got even worse facing the Death Alley there in the long position. So that's Optic straight back to a force buy. 2 rounds on the board for Optic. 2 of 9 rounds. They had a lot of Molotovs and grenades into the B-bomb site on their previous force buy. This time they're moving towards the long position. A place where Cloud9 have showed a lot of presence, but not on this occasion. Passive angles being held by the CT side. Not going to make it easy for Optic. Not going to play those close quarters if they can avoid it.
At least Optic can get close to the A-bomb site in this round, but we saw this previously. Cloud9, they do allow a lot of space, but I love this. The wall of smokes, again, we talked about this. It kind of forces the CTs to push the smokes if they want to stop the plant. autimatic's going to do that. He pushes the smoke, gets himself one to help us. Stewie is going to be good, but oh no! Disaster strikes for Cloud9, just Shroud. This is a round that Optic should never be able to win, but now Shroud has to clutch his socks off. He's got NAF there trying to shoulder the angle. The dance between these two players is quite tense. Shroud's going to push the issue straight into Tarik's AK. Lovely baiting there.
I have no idea what just happened.
There
were 10 people alive, then there were 3 people alive, and then Optic won the round. They keep winning these really unlikely rounds. I mean, look at that. They had a few grenades here and there and a bunch of pistols. That's only the 3rd round of 10 that they've won. Yeah,
that's crazy. The deagle work there was beautiful, just pushing the smoke there. And even just getting the bomb down in that round would have been awesome. But it does go to show you as well how powerful the wall of smokes can be, even with pistols. on that bomb site and why we see it come back into resurgence recently. But now both teams have spent all the money. Cloud9, as we can see, don't have the optimal buy. They do have the Yorp onto Stewie, so they'll be looking to Stewie here, as we can see, to make these aggressions, to make the plays with the Yorp, to try to get an early round advantage, to try to disrupt and cause Optic to have some problems in the early round decision making.
Ooh, we have that AWP play that we were talking about before the beginning of the match. The door politely opened by Shroud, and mixwell taken completely by surprise. The shot put continues though with the Molotov, but to no avail. Optic mostly around the fountain area, no significant map control just yet, and we might see yet more aggression. We said Cloud9 were more likely of these two sides to go for these pushes through Monster Tunnel, and here they come, abusing their advantages.
And the beautiful thing there is that Cloud9 are pushing Monster there because they really feel like it's probably going to be a B play or an A play at this point. After the early actions, they're just confirming it with nothing. Oh, he gets caught in the tunnel, able to escape though, and autimatic and Shroud come into play to take down both NAF and Rush. And now Optic, they're stuck in the sewers, and they don't have much help. They don't have much hope to get back into this one. Tarik he's the man now. He's got the health, he's got the AWP. Here he goes. Snap comes in, nothing's down. Still 4 more where that came from.
Lots of work to do for Optic. The CT water is going to be a very difficult area to manage. Got to be careful. Can't really afford to double scope. The nade comes in. Stanislaw, no plant for you. He's got a lot of work to do, Tarik. He's got 12 seconds to kill 3 people. No time to find the bomb. Going through the smoke, doing what he can, but it won't be enough. AWP collected by Shroud as well. 8 rounds for Cloud9.
Smooth sailing right now. Well, some turbulence here or there, but generally looking very good. And I mean, they can start to build some money now. But every time we say that, every time it feels like there's a round that should be pretty guaranteed, Cloud9 end up having some problems against the Pistols. So we'll have to see if it'll go that way again.
Yeah, Optic almost having more success on their forced buys than their full buys. But in general, Cloud9 seem to be better at playing Optic at their own game. It is a domestic matchup though, so we have to bear that in mind. That does add things in a wrench. Now, Cloud9, they're expecting a fast B play here. They have bolstered the B area. Shroud, nothing Skadoodle. They had autimatic there as well, but he's going for the rotation now back towards A after there's no early aggression from Optic. 5 Deagles, the butcher buy. Optic looking for the meat shots.
And we've commonly seen actually this setup from Cloud9. I think it's just generally because B is a much more of a retake bomb site, and now they haven't spotted any traffic there. They're going to see a lot of traffic towards the A site. Now nothing's in position. Incendiary comes down, autimatic goes for the peak. It's good. Stewie's still on the site as well. Between Nothing and Stewie should be good to go right now. Nothing pops out. And that's another frag. Looks like finally Cloud9 able to have a good success against the Pistols.
Yeah, they need that. They've got no money in the bank as we move into the dying rounds of the first half. So 4 players surviving for Cloud9. That is lovely stuff for them. 9-3. Great start on their CT half. And you start to wonder if we're going to see some of those old scorelines. When Overpass was a new map, 12-3 was very common. Not far off it at the moment, and the money still sucks for Optic.
Yeah, it really does. And I mean, it'd be very cool to see Tarik be able to play the AWP, or mixwell play the AWP aggressively on the T side. I think that would be amazing against Cloud9. But right now, their economy is just always a bit terrible. Cloud9 have been playing very well with their aggressions. One of the last, as we can see, actually Optic did take a timeout here to discuss things. That's good to see.
Yep, timeouts. That's the first timeout I think we've seen in 2 maps. And, well, 6-9 is still possible for Optic. They still have opportunity to claw something back, but looking unlikely to get their 4th round on the board when they've got an average of about $2,200.
It's actually kind of nice to see that both, like, autimatic has 18 kills and Stewie has 15 kills in 12 rounds. That's actually kind of insane between those 2 guys. So yeah, rifling is working out for them today. As well as Yorping here or there. Ooh, nice nade. Uh-oh. Stewie goes down in that forward position. Skadoodle has to get the hell out of there. He's really weak. 1 tag from a Deagle and he's done.
Nice shot from Skadoodle, but he's in a lot of trouble. The counter flashes keep coming, but they won't save him. Autimatic cleaning up most of the remainder. Mixwell, AK, but he's got no Kevlar, which means aim punch, which means he needs to be very quick on that trigger finger. He's got a minute 20 to do as much damage as possible, or even try to clutch the round around Optic so desperately need. Nothing overextending there, getting taken down in isolation. No one in position to trade. Mixwell has the bomb now, and he still has opportunity to rotate elsewhere. Looking for a flank. just in case. Not sure where these CTs might have gone to.
Mixwell, he's going to have a lot of trouble on his hands. When you have this big delay, sometimes you expect that the CTs will split up. You won't expect that they'll be playing positions like this committed. It's a bit of a gamble from Cloud9, to be honest, but it could work out very well. Mixwell, here he goes, hits the peak, can't hit that first shot that you said was so important. Aim punch comes in, and the round is won by Cloud9. But yet another kind of dodgy round against pistols for them.
The problem as well at the end there is that his walking into that angle, his shadow is going to appear first. So unfortunately for him, autimatic's looking in the right place. So autimatic will have the jump on him because of his shadow. You see it there on the floor. 10 rounds for Cloud9. And finally we have Optic on the buy once again. They've got Mixwell on the AWP. And again, they're running out of rounds to get a semi-reasonable score here. Cloud9, again, they're expecting maybe an early play, a difference from Optic stacking the B bomb site, but no such luck. Optic once again starting slow around the fountain.
Yeah, Optic seemingly don't really have any answers for Cloud9 just yet. And Cloud9, I think they've been playing really, really well. They haven't been giving away much in the way of edges or opportunity for Optic to kind of exploit their aggressions. Generally, their aggressive setups aren't too overboard. They're not trying to rely too heavily on individual skill. So a lot of thought has gone into this from Cloud9, absolutely, and that's a good start here for Cloud9 too. Skadoodle with the first frag. Mixwell desperately wants to try to trade it back, but Stewie and Skadoodle have a very nice setup here. The shadow advantages are pretty strong for the CTs here. Can Mixwell find a target with this scope? He's close, but not just yet. 10 stuff. He needs to get something out of it, but no, it's Skadoodle once again. Great round so far from the man Skadoodle. There's 2 defensive kills on the York.
The trajectory of that grenade should suggest far positions for the CT. Stanislaw on fire. He knows they can hear that happening. Almost his teammates. So far, so good for Nafly, but they've got a lot of work to do here. The bomb's still rotating. Only now coming into Monster. There's Skadoodle with another frag. 3 kills for him. Automatic getting the 4th. Only 1 player picked off for Cloud9. Looks easy for them at the moment.
Yeah, and it's another situation where you can see, okay, simple stuff from Optic. They're going to try to take some map control as part of their default strategy in the round, see what they can get out of it. We've got the AWP, we've got the ability to flash off angles and so on and play against the CT setups. Skadoodle actually cripples them. Gets the first kill, Mixwell knows he has to try to trade it, and once again, Skadoodle wins the day. So just better performances here from Cloud9. It's just very cool to see out of them.
Ooh, could it finally be that fast play into B? Well, 2 players saying towards A would suggest no. In the knife round, Nothing got 4 kills, and you have to wonder if maybe this map has been lost in a knife round for Optic if they don't have much to offer on their T side. 3 rounds, only a 4th possible now in this half. To get into early positions, mostly around the B bomb site. They've got control of short B, but what can they do with it? Tarik's in the Bardolph Molotov position. He's asking to be barbecued and be blind. You see Optic, they're praying for overextension from Cloud9, but it's the last round, and they know the advantages they have.
The split finally is going to come in here now, and Nothing gets himself a double out of that position. That can often be a one and done, but for Nothing, he's even still alive. He's got 3 HP, so he can use the position again, gets great damage in. Shroud comes in for the finishing blows from the AK, and now what do you do in NAF's shoes? You've got a deagle and some armor, and that's it. Against 4 players, the bomb's down, 40 seconds to work with, as NAF just sits here, a little bit sad perhaps. Nicely done, picks up one through the smoke, consolation frag perhaps, but 12-3, an amazing first half, and unlike Dust 2, this was actually a little bit one-sided despite the scoreline.
I mean, it's 12-3, right? It's a dominating scoreline, but it could have been worse. Because if you think about some of the rounds that Optic won, it could have been 14-1. It could have been a 14-1 half. So as bad as the score is, it's not as bad as it could have been, and that's quite something. Anyway, the horror of the T side is over for Optic. The pistol is crucial. If they get the pistol, assuming they don't get Eco'd or Force Sport and lose, then 12-6, there's room for recovery from the Optic Gaming side, but the margin for error will be small. If they go for those pushes through Monster and so on and fail, that might be GG, but first comes the pistol. They're on the CT side, they have the advantages, they've got 5 Kevlars, they have the range of the USPs. Cloud9 moving 2 players towards long.
Yeah, the cool thing here is that Cloud9 again have opted for big utility on 2 players. Nice forward push there from Stanislaw to take down Shroud, give them some info, but there's actually the bomb still in that area. It's Skadoodle with the smoke. Skadoodle and nothing at the 2 grenade men, as it were. We have a smoke and a Molotov left. So what is the plan for that for Cloud9? Because the problem is that you want to be using those on the bomb sites, but there's still quite a ways to go until they can get onto a bomb site. So they have to muster the courage, push some of these positions, get themselves into proximity, close enough proximity to throw those grenades. And you can see they are making their way now down towards the connector area, back in towards the B position perhaps. And that would be good. You can use, obviously, the Molotov can go onto the barrels position. You can use it in so many spots, but barrels will be quite common, and NAF indeed is there. So perhaps we will see that. And a smoke for the cross for the bomb plant.
40 seconds for Cloud9.
Going back now as well.
That bomb finally exiting connector, so nothing looking for a fake. Molotov deployed to B, but there's only movement from NAF line. That's movement back closer for a rotation, funnily enough. Obviously wanting to use the range of pistols as well. Mixwell with a nice frag there. Tarik goes down, but the CTs, they have a good chance. Stewie2's ruining Falls, looks for a gun on the floor. That's going to cost him his life. That's going to allow his mate to get into position. He goes down. NAF picking off Skadoodle as well. 14 seconds for nothing to plant the bomb. Now Optic can play the clock. They know where he is. And Rush can just dance around this structure. Does not need to engage. That's exactly what he will do. Bring around the A bomb site. And there we go. Potential opportunity for Optic.
Yeah, and with no bomb down, that means force buy from Cloud9. That means force buy. I mean, the majority of teams are force buying in this position. And I like actually what we are seeing here from Cloud9. They're actually going to be picking up a bunch of deagles. Then they won't pick up Kevlar with them, and I think that's very smart. Also a smoke onto Skadoodle, so you can see there is a clear plan behind this round. They're playing to try to get picks. The smoke can obviously allow them to gain positions or take positions away from the CTs as well. And if they're able to, because they don't need Kevlar if they're just playing a picking based style just to get some economic damage. If they're playing for the bomb plant, maybe you want to see some Kevlar in there potentially, but let's see if they can get something with these deagles.
They want to maim their opponent. It's like when somebody climbs into the lion enclosure, they are looking to get maimed, Dan. And Cloud9 may be doing the same. There's a grenade to open the squeaky door. Cloud9 playing the clock, playing on Optic's patience. Were you a patient player, Dan, or were you an impatient player?
Impatient.
Well, good thing you're not playing against this Cloud9 team. We're looking to capitalize on such impatience, but Optic are pretty chill right now. They're cool. Everybody with the usual passive positions, trying to abuse the range they have, although they may not realize they're up against 4 deagles.
Deagles can still do a lot of damage. Stanislaw takes down nothing. 40 seconds left. Automatic. Is he going to be able to catch someone here? Tarik is just so close to these angles. There's the flash. It was not good. Opportunity strikes, but it is not taken by Automatic. No frag for him. And now the push has to come in because of the time. The bomb is lost, and looks like the round will be as well. No frags at all.
No frags.
They play for picks.
This is huge for Optic. This is huge for Optic. Cloud9 can't really afford to spend much money this round. Skadoodle's in good position for an AWP. In the next round, we've got some Tech-9s coming out. Could be a fast play with 3 flashbangs into the B bomb site, for example.
Is that like a sped up flashbang dance?
I have no idea what's going on there.
Oh man. Well, this is cool actually, because obviously Cloud9, they only bought Deagles, so they left themselves the ability to buy again this round with something. They can have some nades, as you can see, also some Tech-9s and so on. So that's part of I like it when teams do that and they don't just say, okay, well, we lost that force by round, now we just have blocks. That's great. It's great.
They could get a bomb plant. With the forward positioning that Optic have chosen to have, obviously Long is somewhat exposed, but Cloud9 not willing to exploit that just yet. Tarik in a very forward position. This is an anti-eco round, and these are dangerous positions that Optic are holding, all things considered. And now there's almost free reign. They can split the A bomb site. Yes, there's a flank from NAF, but they're a man down, and Stewie's got a FAMAS.
And nothing picked up a bunch of nades as well, which is nice. They have 2 smokes. That is very, very nice. they could wall off the front if they know the angles for that. And that could be very dangerous for Optic. And you can see they're also looking for NAF. They know that there is very likely lurk potential, and they have to suspect it because they have no vision towards the B side of the map. So they are definitely looking for that lurk to come in for the flank. But luckily for Optic, NAF is patient. And here comes the smokes.
Yeah, NAF's flank is emerging, but will he get there in time? Rush putting good work in on the side at the moment, and there's NAF for the flank, taking Skadoodle down. So it looks a bit worrisome for Optic Gaming, but Cloud9 unable to capitalize on the potential in that round. And indeed, Optic start to claw things back by coming in for Cloud9.
It's a shame, actually, because you can see all these kills from Rush. If there's a forward smoke to help cover this position, then that is a very interesting... It could have been a very interesting round for Cloud9. But as you say, Optic, they're starting to clamber their way back into this one. But there are many obstacles still, many trials and tribulations to go through. As we see all the nades here for Cloud9. NAF going a little bit aggressive in connector. Cloud9 playing it pretty passively, looking like they want to slowly clear out space towards the A side of the map here, towards toilets and long with their current positioning. They've got nothing lurking on the B side of the map, which could actually pan out very well for Cloud9 because it looks like Optic want to push sewers and nothing might be able to catch something.
Yeah, well, Optic, they've taken control of short B, and they've abandoned the B bomb site with a smoke onto Monster for the time being. Interestingly, Skadoodle had the money for an AWP, but he's opted for a rifle and grenades instead. So perhaps Cloud9 will make bigger investments later on. Rush having a look towards short B. Again, Shroud just spotting for information. Minutes on the clock for Cloud9 here. Stewie2K dispatched off around the toilet area. Skadoodle's there as well, but can they get any revenge on Tarik? Still peppering these players, looking for a third one, running out of bullets. The USB coming out, but NAF flies there to steal the kill. So far, so good for Optic.
That bomb is down in a very awkward position here for Cloud9. They don't even have any bomb site control as well, so the CTs can really be absolutely anywhere, even if they are to pick up this bomb. Oh, the timing works out for Shroud. Gets himself forward, gets the kill onto NAF. That's good stuff. Now it just has to worry about where the rest of the CTs are at. Is there more? Oh, they line up for Tarik. Only gets one though somehow, but nothing has been wounded significantly. Down to 26 now. Nice fast frag from Nothing. And he's on for the clutch. 1 versus 1. He's got 15 seconds though. He has to sprint to a bomb site. You can see he just took a moment to figure out, okay, which bomb site am I actually closer to? In towards B he goes with the nade. Can he make it across? No.
Cannot make it to the site. Rush had Molotovs, but he chose to hold the line with his rifle, and that proved to be great for him. Optic on the road to recovery, on that comeback trail. Definitely having a better time of things on the CT side. How long will it continue, though? That is the question. Cloud9 heading towards max loss bonus. This will be an eco round for them. But with 3,400 coming your way, that will afford you some pistols, some Kevlar, and the odd grenade. So see if they can do any more damage to the CT economy, which is not terrible, but yet to be secured. Good start for Tarik over the smoke. And Optic can sit on that advantage. Choosing generally to have more aggressive positioning than Cloud9 did on their anti-force spies, anti-eco. And it's working out on this occasion.
Yeah, it can definitely be quite nice if you have riflers and you always play the right positions where you can fall back and flash yourself to safety. It's nice. You get the forward information. And in this situation, they picked up all the kills as well. They never had to sacrifice their positioning, never had to fall back. And that's 12-8 now, so Optic are getting close. I wonder, James, if this is going to be one of those overpasses where no one can win T rounds, because we've seen a few of those.
We have indeed. Will Skadoodle pick up the AWP? He's got 6,800. He's the only person who hasn't bought, and there it is. The big green gun being picked up by Skadoodlers. The only AWP on the round. How will they make use of it? Not necessarily easy to get into those picking angles on this map. He's moving into connector for the time being. Often find CTs peeking, having a look at what's going on. If he's fast enough, he might get a pick. Look at the aggression there from Optic, pushing long and everywhere else at the same time, pretty much. Especially on the high ground. Nothing looking to trade. Nothing just yet, though. Nothing for nothing. After fast aggression from Optic, we've got a 4-man retreat towards the A sites.
Yeah, Nothing going for the flash play. They need to get something going here, and you can see they're taking a risk here or there to get into these forward positions. Slowly creeping up long. There is actually no AWP here for Optic to try to use down these long channels, so that could be something that is quite helpful, bodes well, let's say, for Cloud9. And you can see Shroud is the guy that's sort of keeping the B option open as well, and also maybe potentially could catch a kill that could change the face of the round for Cloud9. But otherwise, the plan is to just work this A side of the map. And so far, so good. But Optic, they are sort of giving it away to them, and also Optic have almost no grenades left at this point.
2 Molotovs though, that's really important, especially as Cloud9 tried to plant the bomb. NAF flying out, the last man with a Molotov. And he's over towards A. 33 seconds for Cloud9. And then Molotov going over towards long once again. That might isolate nothing. Here comes autimatic to trade. So far, so good for him. Tarik though trades straight back, and then there's more trades for Cloud9. And advantage for the CT soon disappears. 20 seconds to get this bomb down. There's a flank coming in from Stanislaw, and Rush is coming up the stairs.
And Skadoodle, can he look in the right place in the right time? Oh no, the cover wasn't quite there in the right angle. And that's big problems now. Skadoodle has no idea exactly how he can safely plant this bomb. He's got to plant, but the time is just running out. There's no other play he can make there, really, except to maybe get some extra damage, but that's going to be the round for Optic, and a very close one for Cloud9.
They continue the comeback. There are no T rounds for Cloud9 just yet, and they have called a tactical pause with 3 rounds between the 2 sides. What needs to happen here, Dan?
Well, Cloud9, I mean, I feel like we haven't really seen much in the way of contact plays on the B side of the map as well. They tend to essentially just be playing contact and allowing, contact around the A side of the map and just sort of allowing themselves to, they'll slowly creep up, but their set piece doesn't seem quite as on point as Optics did. Or, for example, a team like Dignitas, where it's just really, it's just like clockwork, it's just perfect, there's all the smokes and so on. Cloud9, it'd be nice to see them actually try more set pieces towards the B.
Hand me your phone, Dad.
Needs.
Give me your phone. I've got a call to make.
But yeah, so more stuff towards B, more presence there, trying to get the picks in that degree could work out for Cloud9. Obviously, first pistols come. We'll see how they interpret this, whether they're going to throw away the set pieces or throw away the AWP style of picking, maybe just get to the AKs, play more dynamically. There's lots of options for them to go with. Optic have been playing pretty passively. They open up rounds fairly, you know, with a bit of aggro here or there, then fall back, play passively, much like Cloud9 did.
Loads of grenades here for Cloud9. They've got grenades for days. There is a plan. Maybe it's a Dignitas-esque plan for the plants on the A sides. Again, they are at max 1 loss bonus all day. See the grenades start to stream in. There's opportunity for mixwell, but maybe this is a distraction. Nice flashbang coming in there, but what can Cloud9 do? Grenades are all great, but they need kills. So far, so good. Mixwell getting taken down. Tarik around the smoke. NAF with a forward position. No response yet from Cloud9. There goes the bomb and Skadoodle. They've got autimatic getting wrecked as well. 3 versus 2. We need reloads here for these CTs.
Yeah, Shroud last man with the Eagle. Gets himself another nice headshot, but that's all the damage to be done. Optic 2 away now. 2 away. It'd be cool to see a Molotov on the truck position when they go for the wall of smokes. Some teams do that, and it stops the CTs from getting the angle as you run up the stairs, which seems to be yielding so many kills just consistently for Optic.
Cloud9 fans are sweating bullets, Dan. They are sweating bullets at the moment because their lead is disappearing, and their T side is currently even worse than Optic's. 0 success, nothing but failure. That's all the taste they have at the moment on their T side. Will there be a play into short B from the CT? Stanislaw seems to be headed in that direction. That's a good grenade, but not close enough. Easy kill for autimatic. Sorry for Stanislaw. Nothing goes down as well. And that is not a good start to this round for Cloud9. Again, they've got a 2-round lead. They've got 0 rounds won on their T side.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Unable to get a single kill there. And that was definitely a play to be made for Cloud9 that could have given them such a big advantage. Stanislaw, we haven't seen too much from him. I think just because we haven't seen too many early round challenges, or challenges generally, towards this B bomb site, and he's sitting there in the position nothing had so much success with on his CT side, and they're just going 1 by 1 now. Trade does eventually find its way onto Rush, but now NAF has given the information to the rest of the Optic side that they're all coming in, and there it is. Final kills made 11 to 12. One away from tying things up. Great string of momentum here for the Optic gaming side. And Cloud9 seemingly don't have much in the way of ideas. And one big problem is the way that they execute their set piece on A is just not really working out for them.
One by one, they come and they go. Cloud9, can you win a T round? That is becoming the question as Optic look to tie things up. Skadoodle down to the Tech 9, saving some money perhaps for rounds to come. Shroud with $2,000 in the bank, probably drop an AWP for his teammate in a future round. But I'm not sure if they've had much success with the AWP in this, and so far not so good in this round for Cloud9. Again, more early picks for Optic.
Yeah.
Skadoodle's had 3 kills in this half.
A good early round aggression from Optic. NAF stays out there. Great punish from Shroud. Stanislaw, though, gets himself something on a monster tunnel. And looks like he's very confident here to try to get himself a little bit more towards short now. He's sniffed out the presence of the Cloud9 players. This could be very scary as that smoke starts to dissipate. The angle becomes available. Stanislaw's on it. I don't know if nothing can survive this. Got to be very careful. And boom, the flick comes in. Stanislaw is taking down nothing. Action has to be had here now for Cloud9. They're going to force the play through Monster. But there's a lot of work to be done.
Rush is going to get barbecued. Indeed, he is. Stanislaw trying to hold down a short position. He's got an AWP. That smoke makes life very, very awkward indeed. But there's a CT on the site. Has he been spotted? Nades flying in. Shroud of 7 HP. And Skadoodle not much more. There he goes. And Shroud gets dispatched of as well. I said Skadoodle had 3 kills. Nothing has 2 kills in this half, which is, considering his position, might not be the easiest map to open on the T side, but they're just not killing people.
Yeah, they're just not finding their way onto the frags, indeed. And again, a lot of it is you know, towards A, it was just some of the grenades that they were using just weren't necessarily able to deal with the big problem spots. And the question also is have they lost confidence in attempting that even at this point? That's something that becomes quite challenging when you're losing rounds back to back to back like this. You start to lose confidence in plays which might otherwise work, that maybe you were an advantage, but you just didn't hit the shots that time, which can often happen. Straight up push into B for Cloud9 in this round to see if they can get something going their way. But Rush is just having a field day. Quick couple frags for him, and the rotation's in.
Molotov will be too late, but it will do damage for the coming retake. Nothing's picked up EM4. Maybe this is his opportunity to get into this half because he's been absent so far. Nice off angle there. Can have his teammates bait for him and try and get more than 1 kill from this position. Everybody on Cloud9 with the Kevlar. Early spray coming in, but again, Skadoodle will be the bait. The Molotov's there though, so the CT's not taking it just yet. Tarik looking away. There goes NAF as well. Good to speed around for Cloud9. 2 versus 2. Stanislaw getting tagged through the wall, but no kills just yet. We've got a hero defuse coming in behind the smoke. There's no one close. They can't stop it. Mixwell takes the lead for his team.
Cloud9 are going to feel so awful about that one. Oh man, Optic, they finally get themselves the round advantage, 13 to 12.
Face of despair. Optic, every round in this half, every single round, the scoreboard looks ridiculous. That's the only round won by defuse.
Oh my
every
God,
other round has been just elimination. Cloud9 have been doing terrible. They both have.
Cloud9 going for a play into sewers once again early, maybe trying to, again, kind of exploit any aggression that they saw there previously. Stanislaw still playing forward with the AWP. If there is, again, flashbangs like we saw in Dust 2. Oh, he misses the shot. It was a hard one. And in comes Cloud9. There's the entry from Shroud. Things could get very awkward here very quickly. But Stanislaw with that AWP is a menace.
And he's still emerging. Did he see the player behind the smoke? He is very exposed at the moment. He's not fighting to hold him down. Lovely shot by Stanislaw onto Stewie. And it leaves Skadoodle in a 1 versus 3. Flashbangs flying all over the place. They do. Mixwell looking the wrong way. There's still opportunity. Can he get the 1 versus 1? We've got a rotation coming in from the CTs, but that gives Skadoodle opportunity for the 1 versus 1. He saw NAF. Can NAF escape though? The crab walk is real through the smoke now. It's all about the angles. Only 1 person for the CTs on the site, and Skadoodle has time. He's got a Tech 9, and both these players are heavily tagged. If he spots NAF towards Graffiti, then this round is entirely winnable for Skadoodle.
I think Skadoodle, was he spotted? I think maybe even both players missed each other there. What does NAF know? That is the question. This is crazy right now. Skadoodle just sitting in water, seeing if he can find something. There is time to play with. Can he glean any information from that flashbang he just heard going off in the distance? Probably not. He's going to make his way, or he's going to have to make his way onto his bomb plant sooner rather than later. Give himself some time should a CT be close. If he's not careful, he won't have any time to actually come off the bomb when he goes for the plant. And in comes Stanislaw at the perfect timing to confirm this. Has a hidden plant there towards short. This could work out well for Skadoodle. Gets the plant. Where are the players? Shot in the side of the head. Unfortunate there. There was definitely a big chance, but not this time.
Could not find any of the players. Optic Gaming continue now. 14 to 12. I've got to say it once again. Cloud9 have not won a single round on their T side. Not a single round.
Not a one.
Everybody's fragging now. At least on the scoreboards. They are, but in this half, maybe not. Because the lion's share of the kills that Cloud9 have got has been in the first half. So autimatic has 1 kill in this half.
That's nuts.
So things are just not happening for Cloud9. At least they've had 2 bomb plants in the last 2 rounds, which is an improvement on how the previous rounds have gone. That is absolutely disgusting. And another early pick-off in favor of Optic.
Oh man, now walking through the smoke, unable to check the angle. Oh, this is devastating. This is devastating. Optic, if they win this round, they're on 15, James. That's insane. They started this half with 3. What is that? Shroud and nothing to try to clutch this, 2 versus 5, but the bomb is lost. It can be recovered though. Again, it's in kind of a forward position, so Optic don't really want to sit on it. They may not actually have... Oh no, they did definitely see it actually. I think it was a frag from Tarik. So now, I mean, it's going to take a while for nothing to just clear all these positions that are nearby, and when he eventually picks up the bomb with Shroud, it's going to take them quite a while to get to a bomb site as well, and they've only got 50 seconds.
2 versus 5. Very desperate situation for the T sides. Absolutely dominated in this half by Optic. Almost never looked close to winning a round.
That's very true.
They have to just basically run to their doom at this point because they're running the clock down. They won't have time to get safely onto the bomb site. Mixwell getting picked off, but we have Tarik in a forward position. NAF putting in work elsewhere. Nothing in a 1 versus 3 with 15 seconds on the clock. Probably needs to plant the bomb as well. Doing his best. 2-man spray down. Can he actually do this? We've got a flank coming in from Rush. Where will he position himself? Denied! Rush will not allow the plant.
Oh my god. A spark of absolute brilliance there from nothing. But it's just not enough. It's just not enough at this point. Optic, they're on game point here on Overpass. This is very tough here. I mean, imagine just being in Cloud9's position. You haven't won a single T round. How do you have confidence in any of your plays? It's crazy. I mean, I feel like a lot of the rounds on A early into this half weren't too bad. It was just a couple of things missing or a couple of shots not hit. And they should go back to that, but there's a tag onto autimatic. That's not going to be nice. At least he didn't die, I guess. But it's still a grim situation here for Cloud9. With a fast long take, though, and there's no one there. So, or at least not for the time being, anyway.
But there are people waiting. Tarik, though, is he making a mistake going into this position? It's notorious as a one and done, but he is playing in the baits. And Stewie goes down for absolutely free, for gratis. Coupons in a magazine, and they've all been collected. There goes autimatic as well, and Tarik hasn't even revealed his position. Now he's trying to hunt down these players. They are, oh man, this is. We spoke about mauling, Dan. This is something else. Again, it's nothing in a horrible position, an impossible position. 16 to 12. Optic Gaming win every single round of the second half, and we will move to a third map.
We played 28 rounds, and only 3 of those rounds were won on the T side. That is absolutely ridiculous. How can you come back from that? I mean, that takes a lot of experience to mentally reset after a situation like that, after such a strong start.
Yeah, that's a difficult loss as well. It's really hard to go into a third map when you've lost every single round of the last half. Like, how do you cope with that moving in?
And you can see in the Cloud9 booth, a bit dejected. It's a bit deflated is the look of the Cloud9 players there. A lot to be talked about. to see if they're able to bring themselves back on cash. It used to be a great map for Cloud9 in the past. I don't know necessarily if they're going to be able to find the utmost confidence on it, like they kind of does too, but it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see what they bring in, because Optic, they looked lost on the first map and the first half of that map. So the turnaround from Optic was crazy too.
All right. Cash, the next map will be really interesting between these two sides. I don't know what happened to the T sides there. That's very interesting. We're just waiting for the analysts to get into position, so we will fill until that happens.
Do you think the banana is going to give strength to nothing? It's much needed potassium, James.
It's a good source of potassium indeed, so one would hope so, because hopefully we will see a competitive 3-map. Oh, so we're going to break rather than analyst desk. We're going to break. We'll see you after the break.